He may be in the company of champions,
I'm a big fan.
How you doing? Keep an eye.
I've seen all your fights.
It's the main man. Let's go.
but for Amir Khan, these days in the Bay Area provide an escape from the pressures back home.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but that's it, brother. I'm training, but I'm on vacation at the same time. I'm away from everything. Tabloids, I'm away from most of my friends. Literally away from everything, all the distractions.
In the UK, Khan's been a household name since 2004. Almost 8 million were watching on the BBC when the 17-year-old son of Pakistani immigrants became the youngest Englishman ever to win an Olympic medal.
After winning that silver medal in the Olympics, as soon as I stepped off the plane, I couldn't believe that people were shouting my name. And I was 17 at the time. I'd never done an autograph in my life. I would have kids following me wherever I go. I was a kid myself.
He turned pro a year later.
Khan has got him down within the first 20 seconds.
Before long, he had beaten the legend. And at 22, won his first world title. His life became even more public in 2013, when he wed American-born Faryal Maktoum. It wasn't merely a storybook, but a media event. The 21-year-old bride soon experienced a form of culture shock.
I remember on Facebook, I woke up to millions of Facebook requests, and I was so private. Overnight, I just became a celebrity in the UK.
For her husband, though, celebrity wasn't enough. What Khan wanted most, pound-for-pound glory, eluded him. Finally, unable to entice Mayweather or Pacquiao, he moved up 2 divisions to face the great Canelo Alvarez.
I'm focused to go in there, man. I'm 100% confident I can go in and win this fight.
Why were you against the Canelo Alvarez fight?
There was no margin for error. And of course, the size differential was enormous.
He did tell me not to take it, but you know, I wanted to be great and I wanted to take that big risk. I think what makes a fighter great and a legend is taking them risks, and I wanted to be one of them.
For Khan, the Alvarez fight became a kind of parable. Be careful what you ask for.
A lot of fighters never come back from a loss like that. It knocks your confidence, it knocks you as a person. A lot of doors closed. I saw a lot of people leave. People just kind of left and said to me basically like, you're done now, you're not going to be a champion.
Feeling increasingly isolated, Khan was headed for the darkest place in his life. If he once represented the hope of a nation, now he represented the perils of fame. In the course of 8 months, it was one bad decision after another.
Fame is at times where everything is printed in the tabloids.
You weren't always husband of the year.
I wasn't the husband of the year, no I wasn't. And I'll put my hand up and say that now, you know, I made that mistake and I was a bit naughty at times. I used to get caught misbehaving, going out, partying, clubs, going out with girls and stuff. I'm still married.
His undoing, however, wasn't tabloid media, but social media, with a post accusing his wife of infidelity.
At one point, you tweet that Faria has moved on with Anthony Joshua. She never met Anthony Joshua. How did that happen?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think it was a made-up message. I think, you know, at that time what was happening was a lot of people making all these fake messages saying that Anthony Joshua messaged your wife and she messaged him back, and I then posted it out on social media and said, this has happened and it's true, and I am out now. I'm calling it over with my wife. She's no longer my wife. I mean, I did feel bad. I feel stupid at the time, but the damage was done. I made that mistake in tweeting something and pointing it out. I was just digging a deeper hole.
Why did your marriage survive?
I think it survived because I think we both do love each other, and we realize that we're meant to be. Amir is like a total different person now. My baby, Elena, was like an angel child who kind of saved my marriage as well, because I found out I was pregnant. I told Amir. It was like, for any man, it's like, I can't leave my wife alone at this time.
I sat down with her and apologized, and I said, look, I don't know what went through my head. And I totally changed my ways and changed the way I am now.
Here in his California refuge, at 32 and unbeaten since Canelo, Khan's reminded of something stronger than ridicule or glory, an affirmation of who he was supposed to be, the fighter and the man.
I got this opportunity and I feel like it came from God. Me and my wife, we went to do our pilgrimage in Mecca, and I prayed to God that He gives me another big chance, and this is another big opportunity for me. I've taken them big risks, and this is a time where I think it's going to help me.